Wow, too bad you missed the president's breakfast.
I had to go to a wedding. What did I miss?
Great breakfast, free gifts and great resources for starters. Lance Miller showed several videos of champion speakers. That was so inspiring. I won one of the complimentary raffle prizes.
Cool.
I met the district leaders and networked with other club presidents. I got questions answered, and so did lots of others.
The folder very quickly with you. There's a lot of information in here. First of all, we have a CD from Lance Miller on building a championship club. Behind that is a card for marketing. We have plenty of these cards. I just didn't have room to give you more in this folder. On the left-hand side, we have the statistics that we are working on this year in District 52, and I'll go over those later. We have a copy of the DCP at a glance, a copy of Moments of Truth at a glance. The one that says 2013 on it, this one, what this is a gift from another district governor who went through District Central. When you go onto Club Central, when you go onto the Toastmasters website, on the left-hand side you'll see Club Central and District Central. When you click on Club Central, this is your guidepost to Club Central. So any of you have been wondering how the heck to do it, this is your guide for that. Behind that, there's a little thing that Tammy found, so I worded one for each of you. It's evaluations. These are all of the evaluation sheets for the CC manual. I'm asking you to use these with caution, because obviously all of our club members should have their manuals with them every time they come to speak. But if they don't, there's no excuse for not having a manual speech now. On the other side, we have incentives, and we'll go over the incentives later. And then we have this little thing that I found in the Toastmasters website. It is everything that's free from Toastmasters. It's the path to how to get it. Okay? I mean, look at this. Single space, 2 pages long of free stuff from Toastmasters. Take a look at that. And then finally, this is the manual on Moments of Truth, which is something that's precious to my heart. And it is really a wonderful thing to help all clubs. And we're going to go over a lot of this stuff, if not today, in other events throughout the year. That's what the manual is all about. That's what your folder is all about. That is a gift to each one of you. Thank you very much for coming, and please enjoy every bit of it. Our first speaker today, I first met at a division contest with Division E. I was a brand new LGM. I was looking around trying to find familiar and friendly faces, and I met this lady. She was the Division E governor. And we had a wonderful discussion, and I have watched her progress through the next 2 or 3 years, and I am so thrilled that now she is the Lieutenant Governor of Marketing for District 52 for 2013-2014. Please help me welcome Janet Walters.
Can you hear me? Okay, I'm going to probably speak outside of the mic because I can get pretty loud. What I'm going to do, I'm going to select somebody to give me a speech evaluation. And it's going to be someone who I don't know. It's going to be speech number 5, Your Body Speaks. Who am I going to choose? Sir, you're going to evaluate me. You're not a Toastmaster? Well, okay, I was going to convert you today, but no, you have to be okay, so
You have to prefer to put 3 speeches?
Thank you. All right, question. Think about this. Why did you join Toastmasters? You. Why did you join Toastmasters? Quick. I'm not a time clock.
Okay. I want to be able to effectively be able to express my ideas to my husband.
Very good. Natalie's speech. Why did you join Toastmasters? Quick.
To be more of an effective communicator and a great leader.
Awesome. Gentleman in the back, why did you join Toastmasters? You.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I joined for 2 reasons. One was to be able to communicate better, and 2 is to make friends.
Awesome. Now my next question. What do you want from Toastmasters now, today? What do you want? Gordon, what do you want from Toastmasters? Spit it out. What do you want from Toastmasters?
The practice that I get.
Okay. Good. I'll take that. Agnes, what do you want from Toastmasters?
Continuous improvement.
Yeah, baby.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good.
And I like to practice too, by the way. You're an awesome speaker. All right, one more person. Sir in the blue jacket, are you a Toastmaster?
Yes, I am.
What do you want from Toastmasters?
Well, what I want to know.
Quick! Quick. Just 2 words if you have them.
I'd like to be able to become a better speaker and a better colleague.
Awesome. Excellent. Thank you, everybody. Now, here's a secret. This is Zig Ziglar's secret, but it's really true. And listen up. If you help enough people get what they want, you will certainly get what you want. While we have plenty of opportunities in District 52, in Toastmasters, in your clubs, in your areas, in your divisions, in District 52, let's call it what it is, volunteerism. Right, we're here, we're volunteers, we don't get paid a single penny for what we do, but the experience we're gaining is precious, it's beyond gold, it's beyond dollars. So that is, to me, really important. And I want to tell you how I got what I want. And let's face it, we're selfish. We aim to be selfless, but deep down we all want something for ourselves. A long time ago, when I first joined Toastmasters, I had this dream of being a president, a Toastmasters president, but frankly, I was scared to death. I was frightened. Oh no, I can't do that. However, an opportunity opened up for me at Toastmasters for Writers. At the time, the Vice President of Education just disappeared. I was asked to be the Vice President of Education. Now, do you think I wanted to be the Vice President of Education?
No!
No! That's a lot of work. do it, and that opportunity. I gave Toastmasters for Writers what they wanted, and then I had the golden opportunity to get voted in as president. Now, there's one more thing that I wanted, and trust me, I want a lot of things. Okay, here's the deal. I lost my job in 2012, June 2012. I've been without a job for over 15 months. Who would hire me? How would I get work? Well, what I did was I volunteered at the YMCA. I gave them 100+ hours of my time. Well, the good news is I got a job. I'm now working at the YMCA as a health and fitness counselor, so I'm really, really thrilled about that. Again, I gave people what they wanted, and I got what I wanted. So it was a win-win for everyone concerned. Now here's what I want from you. This is what I'm asking for your help. And what I promise you, if you help others get what they want, you will get what you want. First of all, I want everyone here continually, presidents, be cheerleaders for your clubs, and tell them we need to invite guests, we need to get members here. Now I'm giving you the motivation. You're going to get the nuts and bolts from our speakers today. You're going to get the how-tos, how to do this, how to get the guests in the door, how to have a distinguished president's distinguished club, how to do it best. So for starters, what you're going to do is bring in the guests. 1 out of 3 guests join, okay? Keep that in mind. 1 out of 3 join. So that means you have to keep inviting people. And you know, people come, people go. The next thing I want to ask you, as your Lieutenant Governor of Marketing, I have club leads. I need your leads. It's really hard to start a club. It takes a lot of work. In fact, guys, anything you really want, you have to bust your behind for it. Nothing good comes easy. So I need your help. I'm reaching out to you. I have the sheets available. You supply me 1 good lead, at least 1 good lead. More is even better. And let's turn those into real clubs. Imagine having a bilingual French and English club, or chocolate lovers club. Or imagine the executive at the office down the street. He can't give a speech worth a bean, although he's an esteemed leader, and we don't question the esteemed leader. But he says, have you heard the statutes, right? I'm sure you've seen executives speak like that. Invite them the opportunity to start up a Toastmasters club. Let me know what they are. If we get this started, I and my team, my marketing team, we're going to do the heavy lifting. You give me a good lead, we start up this club, and from there, well, my physical gift to you is a Toastmasters black leather-bound notebook. That's your gift. Your final gift is that you are grown District 52. Last but not least, what I want to leave you with is the power of words. And here, what you think about, you bring about. What you say eventually turns real. So to close up this speech today, I want you to consider yourself as distinguished. You are President's distinguished. Okay? You're President's distinguished. What I'm going to say, I am, and you're going to say, President's distinguished. We're going to affirm those words. And no smirking, no, I can't do it. Yes, you can. All right. Ready. I am.
President's distinguished.
I am.
President's distinguished.
You are.
President's distinguished.
Thank you.
Does anybody have a question about what we are? Good. Our next speaker is a woman that I met at the first area and division governor training that I ever went to, again, as a Lieutenant Governor of Marketing. And she was sitting in the corner very quietly reading away. Now, I'm one of those people that tries to find something that makes it easy for me to say hello. Fortunately, I learned to knit and crochet when I was 8 years old, so I had an easy in. We talked through on several different occasions. And the following year, she gave a speech at, again, the area division training. And I looked at her and I went, I want this woman on my team when I'm district governor. I don't care what I have to do to get her, I'm getting her, and I got her. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you the Lieutenant Governor of Education and Training, Tammy Takahashi.
Thank you, Jo. Oh my gosh. And I did come into this role kind of kicking and screaming, I have to admit. Thank you very much for kind of forcing me to do this. Before I get started, just as Janet did, I would like to hand out my CC manual to somebody who I don't know. Anybody ever never met me before?
Oh, look.
Anybody
You're
not
gonna
met
get
me before?
volunteers
Come on,
on
somebody's
that.
not met me before.
I've never met you before.
Yes. Okay, he's never talked to me personally. How about that? Okay, no,
Behind you, Tammy.
They found it,
Wow, that actually, I feel so good about that. Before I start my talk, I just want to say that I'm actually I'm an introvert at heart. Just like Jo was saying, at the area governor training, I was sitting in the corner knitting, and that's my most comfortable place in the room, is to be in the corner knitting and listening. That's what I like to do. And the fact that I know all of you, for me, is a personal, huge success, because when a few years ago, that would not even be possible for me to be able to know this many people and have this many people connection with. So thank you for being a part of my personal growth, just a little bit of personal stuff there. How many of you are excited to be president this year? Yeah. All right. How many of you were like me and were dragged kicking and screaming into your role? I've been president 4 times for 3 different clubs. I've been VPE, I have been secretary, I have been treasurer, I have been sergeant at arms. And every single time I was dragged kicking and screaming into the role. And every single time I came out of it really glad that I did it. It was a great experience, a learning experience. Every year that I was asked to be president, or every year I was asked to be sergeant at arms, my goal was to get through the year without keeling over. And I ended up at the end of the year really growing and really thankful for everything I learned throughout the year. And so today, what I'd like to do as LGETs, I'd like to offer you some of the tools that we have at our disposal to help you and your goals as president. Having been in your shoes 4 times and knowing where you're sitting. I've been in 3 different clubs, and all 3 were very different. One is a very thriving club, one was a struggling club, and one was a brand new club. So I've been in a lot of different positions. I've probably been in your shoes similarly. So I want to offer you some tools today that you can use in your role as president. Now, as you know, being president, you can have all the ideas in the world. You can have all the inspiration and the thoughts and the drive, but you cannot do it alone. You need help to do whatever your goals are as president. Some of you might know from the officer training that I'm a hockey fan. I'm not really a sports fan, but I like hockey. And one of the things that I love about hockey is the teamwork that they have. And the coach for the LA Kings is a fantastic energizer. Yet he is the most mellow, mild-mannered person that you ever meet. He's just very monotone. He talks like, oh yeah, we just do our best. He was like kind of talking like that guy. But he's very motivated to his team, and he has to get his team to work together. And that's how I feel like our groups and Toastmasters are also working together as a team. So here's a few things that you can do to help your team work together as a group. One of the things that we do twice a year in the district, that most of you know, is the TLI. We had one in June, and we're going to have another one in January. And this one coming up in January, we're changing the name from TLI, which stood for Toastmasters Leadership Institute. We're changing it to LACE, it's Leadership and Communication Expo. Don't you all want to go to the Leadership and Communication Expo? Yeah! Just changing the name itself makes me more excited about it. I was already excited about it. I loved the last TLI. It was a fabulous, fabulous event. And this LACE idea is even more expanded. We're going to add some new elements. Some of the things we're going to do is to ask your clubs to come in and maybe have some tables or some space to sit so you can talk to the other members of the district and share. We're going to have a really fabulous officer training. The reason why I bring this up is because oftentimes the vast majority of people who come to TLI are the officers who kind of go because they have to get trained, and those who've been around the district forever and they're really excited about District 52. We want all the other members in the clubs to come too. We want them to see how fun and exciting and fabulous all these workshops are. So please, when you go back to your clubs, encourage your members to come to LACE, to come to the next TLI called LACE. That's going to be in January, and they're going to be fabulous workshops. Now, how do you encourage your club members to do this? Figure out a way for them for you to express why they benefit from it. It's not because you want them to go, maybe a little bit, because you like them, you want them to join you. But how can they benefit? Look at the workshops that we're offering and sell those workshops to them. The more people that come from your clubs, the more excited they'll be about the whole program, and the more involved they'll be in the district and in your clubs. How many of you have been to a TLI before? So you've been there, Have you enjoyed it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Did you get a lot out of it?
Yes.
Do you want to go back to the next one?
Yes.
So share that enthusiasm with your clubs and with your members, especially the newer ones. The next thing I wanted to talk about is evaluations. And evaluations is one of my most beloved parts of Toastmasters and why I've become so involved in it. So have any of you been to my evaluation workshops or my talks? I think some of you have seen them. And you know how enthusiastic I am about evaluations. Beyond the fact of people having jobs or having babies or moving, what's one of the main reasons why people leave a club?
Evaluations.
Bad evaluations. Either one really bad evaluation or consistently the club does not offer helpful evaluations. So you can have a club that doesn't give bad evaluations, but they give mediocre ones, maybe whitewashing or don't really helpful, and over time it becomes losing energy. So evaluations are essential for a strong and thriving club. So the district we want to offer you lots of opportunities for you to improve evaluations in your club. Even though their evaluations is not one of your DCP goals, it's not one of the direct goals that you need in order to get points, it will help you in all of your other goals if your evaluations are good in your club. So what we can do as a district is we can help you, we can bring people in who are skilled evaluators to give an evaluation. We can have people come in to talk about evaluations and give instruction. We can do one-on-one coaching with anyone in your club if they would like it. We also at LACE have evaluation workshops. At every single LACE we have at least 1 or 2 evaluation workshops that I encourage you to go to. And I will plan at least one more evaluation workshop during the course of this year. That's a standalone workshop, much like the one I offered before, and much like the one that Jeff did earlier this year. So we're going to offer you lots of opportunities for evaluations. So please take advantage of that. Speaking of evaluation workshops, how many of you have been to one of the workshops we've done so far this year? You've been to any of the workshops, the membership workshop or the evaluation workshop, a few of you? Did you enjoy it? Did you get a lot out of it?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're trying to do more workshops this year. We really would like to invite you to attend those. One of the ones we're going to have is coming up October 7th, which is a Monday night. And it's going to be kind of an expansion of what we're talking about here today. It's called Leading Your Club to President's Distinguished. And we're going to talk for an hour and a half about how you can get your club with your club's issues specifically to President's Distinguished. Understanding this DCP, understanding the moments of truth, and going into the nitty-gritty of what you need in your club. So that's free October 7th in North Hollywood. We're also coming up with a bunch more workshops, including downtown LA. We're going to have a workshop down there about using Toastmasters in the corporate world and in business. So if you have someone in your club who has really used their skills of Toastmasters in their job, please let me know if we want to get them in there to do either a round table or have them speak. So please encourage your members and your EC especially to get involved in these workshops. Lastly, before I'm done, the last thing I want to talk about is the concept of every speech is a manual speech. Now, when we went to Toastmasters International in Cincinnati, it was kind of this obvious thing, well, yeah, every speech is a manual speech, duh. But then I'm thinking, yeah, but with District 52, it's not always the case. One of my first clubs was not always a manual speech, so we really want to encourage the presidents especially to get on board with the idea that every single speech is a manual speech. Why are we here at Toastmasters? Besides the fact that we're all awesome and want to hang out with each other, right? Besides that, why are we here in Toastmasters? To learn what? Speaking skills and leadership skills. Sure, now we can come up and practice our speaking, but if we don't get feedback, and we don't work on specific skills, over time we end up just doing the same speech over and over and over again. I bet you know somebody personally, from somebody you've met in Toastmasters, who does the same speech basically over and over again. We want to all learn more, and those manual speeches help us learn by helping us focus on specific items for each speech. Also, Toastmasters International expects us to run through the manuals, and it's the president's job to create the culture, to create the enthusiasm, to create the desire in the club for everyone to use a manual speech. So that's why I asked Jo to include that little booklet in your black folder with all of the CC manual evaluations. Did you guys see that? Yes. When I was in Cincinnati and I saw that, I go, LGET's dream, yay! And I made sure she got it for you guys. Use that in your club as a way, so if somebody comes in without a manual, and they do not want to do a manual speech, you just pull out that CC evaluation booklet and say, well, which one are we doing today? Find it. And you won't write in it, somebody will write the questions over on a piece of paper. And when they're done, if that person refuses to be doing manual speeches, you can have a little collection in your pile as president, and when they've done all 10, there they are, their CC's ready to go. Presidents are allowed to be sneaky. There's nothing in the Toastmasters International protocol list that says you can't. All right, so last I just want to wrap up. I know I'm running out a little bit of time. I'm sorry about that. I want to wrap up and say that you as the president set the tone for your club. You can't control your club. You can't control your EC members. You cannot make them do things. But your attitude, what you say, how you approach Toastmasters, that will set the tone for the club. And if you present a very exciting, compelling, and interesting attitude towards Toastmasters, the rest of the members will want to follow you. So you have the opportunity this year to really make a difference in your club. If your club is already being successful, you can even make it better. You can start pushing towards Jo's President's Distinguished Challenge and try to beat Renaissance speakers this year and Sales Mastery. We have a few others that are dark horses coming up. We have Burbank Toastmaster. We have a few others that are getting close to those high numbers. So you might be one of those clubs that could be on the top 10 list of President's Distinguished Challenge. If your club has a history of struggling, then you can be the president that makes a difference this year and becomes a successful club and be distinguished for the first time in who knows how many years. If you have a club that's kind of meandering along and you're doing okay but not fabulous, you can be the president that makes your club go from good to great. So you can make a difference this year no matter where your club is at by your attitude and what you say and your enthusiasm for your club and for the Distinguished program. So I'm looking forward to, I'm so glad I know all of you, that's so great. I'm looking forward to seeing you all again at the LACE and all the workshops that are coming up and the officers training. You're all doing a fabulous job. Thank you all. Great job, everybody.
You shouldn't be. Being a president of the club is actually a lot of fun, and there are a lot of things you can do. We are going to be offering you lots of tools to help you through that. And of course, at the end of the day, you all have my business card in your folder, and you can always email me. Text me, phone me, yell, help, cry, I don't care. I will make sure that we get you the help you need.
All in all, the President's Breakfast was really worthwhile and great fun.
Now, I need to figure out how to be a club president again.